Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for FET price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This video is sponsored by BITUNIX, giving an exclusive 20% deposit bonus just for KG Trading members by using the referral link below. You can also follow KG Trading copy trades without any memberships. The platform's UI is super clean and pleasant to use, setting TP and SL simply by dragging them right from your entry level. As a reminder, trading involves risk, copy trading doesn't guarantee profits, and you're always in full control. And starting with the lower time frame on the 2 hour chart, where we have a potential impulse toward the upside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the yellow here. We have finished potential wave 1 or wave A, meaning we are in a wave 1 here, we are looking for a wave 2. The wave 2 might be an expanding flat ABC, since of course we have took the perfect fib level 1.38 for a wave B and moving of course toward the downside. Now of course the fib level has been removed just for clarity, but here we go guys. So if we have a wave B as an expanding flat, you have hit perfectly the green box here. And basically this might be of course a formation for 1-2 here, kind of like several 1-2s, maybe 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 toward the downside. You would like to see the 1.618, 0.38 in confluence, of course, between the 0.63 and 65. That would be, of course, a target for a wave C, meaning a wave 2 might finish at this level and start to unfold something bullish toward the upside. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave 1, ABC, wave 2, and then wave 3, of course, impulsive for higher. This is the possibility 1. The possibility 2 is that we might be finishing and ending diagonal here. Meaning, if we are in impulse 1, 2, 3, and you are in a wave 4 here, the wave 5 might finish as well, of course, in an ending diagonal to hit this blue box again, knowing that we already hit it, which is much more than enough, I would say, and moving, of course, toward the downside after all, of course, for a wave 2. Now, basically, I can call this a 1, 2, 3, right? And then we have a wave 4, and that we might be also in a wave 5, or potentially it can be ABC. You got the wave B after an A, B, and a C toward the upside, meaning you're finishing a zigzag, or potentially, of course, another wave here, C, to finish this ending diagonal, right? So basically, this scenario is still possible, guys. It's still very possible that you have, of course, a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I'm going to put this in a blue scenario so we can differentiate. So if we are in a 1, 2 here, and then 3, wave 4 given, the wave 5 has to unfold, guys. The wave 5 has to unfold as an impulse, because you would like to see, of course, A, B, and a C. Now, this looks like a triangle, guys, yeah, which is a very potential scenario that FET still can get higher, right? If we move a little bit inside it, you can see kind of a triangle formation, right? And we can see, of course, here an A, B, C, D, and an E, right? And then moving one more leg toward the upside for a wave 5. And that means, of course, you are in a creation of A, B, C to finish a wave 5 and then dropping down. Well, very possible, guys. It's a possibility that, of course, it might still move for higher as bullish, while the possibility for bearish is, of course, finished as A, B, and a C. The wave C has to unfold toward the downside. Now, key levels. How can we know that we are in the bullish or the bearish one? Because there are two very high possibility both. Exactly here, you have an ABC, right? And we are looking at a triangle. So the triangle should never be invalidated in case, of course, you're still looking for a wave C. Very simple. Meaning, when you take this low, all right, of this triangle, invalidation of triangle, meaning, of course, bearish. Very simple. Once you take this level and taking the price, is this one exactly, 0.84, that means the triangle is invalidated, and we might, of course, continue the drop for wave C. Now, you have to be careful as well. What if that this is an A, B, and a C moving directly toward the downside, right? So also very possible, or A, B, C somehow like this, and then moving toward the upside. This is also possible, so you have to be careful. It doesn't mean that you have to enter your bearish setup here. It's not necessarily. You should, of course, watch it before to see the reaction. Is it impulsive as it is supposed to be from this side or not? Now, if you want to be much more confident about it, you would like to wait the breakout. Okay, once we break out of this trend line, therefore, okay, it's done. There is no potential leading diagonal toward the upside. Okay, knowing that, of course, the leading diagonal still can be ranging inside this area. So, but at the end, you have to make a decision at the end, right? You cannot just like wait for everything. The probabilities therefore goes higher for lower. Therefore, okay, it goes higher for lower. Unless, of course, you get an A, B, and a C. Now, how you can know that it will not reverse toward the upside in case this happened? Well, of course, you have to make sure the one-to-one fib level is overshooted, or in case that it didn't overshoot it and it started to retrace toward the upside again. Therefore, you have to be careful. Why? Because this can be 1, 2, 3, and this is a wave 4 unfolding, and then one more wave 5 toward the upside as an ending diagonal still, okay, at the one-to-one fib level. So, yeah, those are the probabilities, guys. It's not an easy trade on FET. I know there are a lot of probabilities and, of course, a lot of tricks here that it might happen and unfold something else at that time in this area. But, of course, the probabilities in this area or lower than the 0.84 here goes, of course, higher for the bearish. Meaning, once you move down, the probabilities start to move higher for the bearish. Key level to be watched, of course, 0.76. You have to see the reaction, what it's gonna be. Is it impulsive or is it 3 waves? And then potentially, of course, continuation for lower in an impulse for 1.618. Finally, to finish a wave 2 and then moving toward the upside. Those are the scenarios step by step how it might unfold in case we don't simply move for higher. All right, on the daily, guys, on the daily, what do we have? On the daily chart, of course, we can see that we have a potential 3 bullish scenarios. The first one is, of course, a leading diagonal for a wave 1. You have a wave 2. You have, of course, double 1-2s or a zigzag, right? And then getting correction and moving for higher. Meaning, first scenario is, of course, a leading diagonal in zigzags, right? This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 after an impulse A, B, and a C. Having correction A, B, and a C. Again for wave 3, correction, and wave 5, which it should be A, B, C as well. Targets simply taking the all-time high at 3.3, right? Second scenario is, of course, finished 3 waves toward the upside in W, X, and a Y, because 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, right? And that means the structure has finished a wave A. You finished a wave B in 3 waves. Also, you're looking for an impulse toward the upside for a wave C. Wave C has to take the one-to-one fib level, all-time high, 3.3 minimum target. Final bullish scenario is, of course, a leading diagonal here, wave 1, wave 2 as corrective, and then a double 1-2s where we have impulse, correction, impulse, correction. This correction has finished perfectly in the 0.618, 0.786, perfect fib levels for wave 2, moving explosively toward the upside in a wave 3. Those are the 3 main bullish scenarios, which are very high probability to unfold, of course, for a new all-time high for FET. The bearish scenario as short term is finished, guys. We were looking for it since a long time on this channel, looking for this blue box finally, and we're moving toward the upside, right? After this, 3 waves, potentially, in case it's gonna finish in WXY or ABC, we might, of course, see another drop toward the downside very simply, and then, of course, moving up one more time again. Very low possibility, 3 scenarios for the bullish, 1 scenario for the bearish. Probability are 75%, of course, for the bullish. That was it for FET. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.